Good Tampa Show? What's Good Tampa Show? This is where we talk about all things Tampa Bay and beyond. Coming to you from the Gimmick in Ybor City, here's your hosts, Austin and Sean.
All right, what's good, Tampa? It's exciting to be back, I guess, for... Now what episode are we on?
Just wild. But we're here.
We're here. Episode, I guess this is 1.5.
We'll call it that.
We'll call it after a failed first episode and a couple few tests here. I think we've got it.
Yeah, I don't think it was a fail necessarily. I just think technical difficulty. We'll chalk it up to technical difficulties. That's a good idea. But anyway, so welcome to the podcast. This is the first ever What's Good Tampa podcast. And quite frankly, this is where all the fears for me come in, because I've been thinking about this idea, but I've been scared of it for quite some time, just because a podcast is a lot of work, you know? I mean, yeah, you guys do a lot of work. You know, for me, I've been wanting a podcast all the time, too. I just wanted somebody with some cool equipment that could put it on. So this is perfect.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it is a monstrosity of a setup we've got going here, but we figure if we're going to do it, we should do it right.
We should, and which means, just to let people know, the next time you see us, it won't look like this, which is here in the Gimmick in Ybor. We're actually building a set in the back that will be here all the time. So
yeah, and I'm really excited. Maybe I can take a quick shot of the progress before we leave. But yeah, it's looking really, really good, and I'm excited about that. So if you haven't been to the Gimmick yet here in Ybor City too, I did a whole video on it, and it's a really cool place. It's Sean's studio here, but again, it's kind of like a trip back in time. So I'm excited to be doing it here.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
It's a time machine, 80s and 90s time machine for sure.
You're not kidding. But yeah, having said all that, I think this will be a good dynamic because, Sean is actually not from Tampa. He moved here. I'm born and raised here, as some of you know. So I think it's going to be kind of two interesting perspectives. What do you think?
For sure. So, I'm born and raised up north in Vermont, and, Tampa's definitely a little bit warmer, so it was the right decision, I think, for the family. But it's cool. I've been here a lot. I have family that lived here. I've moved here and lived here for a time back in the day. But it's great to be back, and I appreciate the video you did on the studio. Studio's doing awesome. We love art and everything 80s, 90s.
Yeah, and to the location of this place. You got to be stoked on the location of this place.
Just blessed to be in this situation for sure.
Yeah, if you guys have been to Casa Santo Stefano, the new Godsmart restaurant, it's literally like right behind there. So if you're looking for it, that's what I tell people. It's right behind there. But awesome spot here in Ybor. And yeah, obviously I'm scared of, I've told you, Sean, of always having consistent content to talk about. And, again, kind of the technicalities of the setup and all that type of stuff. But what are you afraid of? Anything? You seem fearless about this.
I've said this too. The only thing I'm afraid of is not enough time to put the content that we have to give to the people. And
the complete opposite of my fear.
Yeah. No, I think honestly, we're doing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is growing. There's so much that's not only happening now, but going to continue to happen. Just such a cool place to be in. So for me, I think not only is it going to be awesome for people to get our perspective on things, and we are going to have different perspectives, but just the fact that Tampa in this bubble in time is huge and growing.
Yeah, this moment in time, exactly. It's crazy how big and how much Tampa's grown just in these last couple of years, and especially with our sports and everything that's just blasting right now. Tampa's like the number 1 place to be in Florida.
I saw some article. They said it's a top 10 place, fastest growing cities in America. And I just think that, the weather is obviously awesome, but places like Ybor, if you haven't been down to Ybor, it's awesome. You get something, except for big box stores.
Right, sure. Yeah. So what are some of the things, like, if you want to tell the audience, what are some of the things we're going to talk about here on the show and cover? And
yeah, well, I think the biggest thing, and one thing that I hope we get out is the small businesses, the private-owned businesses, and the people that shop at those businesses to make Tampa, and especially Ybor, what it is. But then stretching out, because Tampa's so huge. There's such a big landmass to cover. I just think getting perspectives not only about what's going on in the growth, but what's out there that maybe no one's ever seen. And if we can be, even the 15 people maybe that watch this, maybe it grows, because we have not only a perspective on some of the stuff that maybe no one's ever heard of, but we're going to get to, the people behind that. So it's not just like, hey, check out this cool spot. When you came in to do our spot, you got to actually talk with me and I could share my vision. And that's really cool, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I'm most excited about. Not just talking, business owners, I definitely want to have in here and talk to and kind of learn about the business, but even people who aren't business owners and just have a different perspective or places we haven't tried or things like that to get some input. So people out there who are interested in engaging with the channel and the content, please definitely, reach out and do that.
And from my standpoint, too, as an artist, there's so many amazing artists in this area. This is a growing art district. It's amazing.
Yep.
And these people all have different styles. They all have different charisma. They all have different personalities. The cool thing is, when we get to a point where we can actually, talk to some of these people that maybe no one has ever seen, and they have such an amazing work. I'm excited.
Yeah. So Fitz is kind of our producer for the show, helping us out run this whole thing, because again, it is quite a setup. Yeah. So if we address him, we're going to get him a little setup too, so he can communicate. But
absolutely.
Yeah, it's an exciting time to be in Tampa. It's an exciting time to start a podcast. So yeah, me too. Like I said, I'm excited to get some other people in here and share perspectives. I'm also excited to learn more about your perspective, because honestly, Sean and I have known each other now probably a total of 4 hours.
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't even know his last name. You don't need to say it on the air or anything. But I'm excited to go through this together. I think it'll be fun.
I think it's important too. Like, every other podcast probably in the world, people have come together of somebody that they've known or friends or family members, and they start and they know the people, and it's really easy going. Yeah. I think that's going to be awesome too, because we literally have known each other for, I don't know your last name either.
Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Just totally
We're on
kidding.
a first name basis. But that's really cool too, because there's no anticipation. So we really don't know anything, not only about each other, but what we think about certain places. Funny story, last time we did our 1.1 episode that's no longer with us, we'll have to do some clips pulling.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. You were talking about the Cuban sandwich and down in Tampa, and I said, geez, I'd rather have some good wings rather than the Cuban.
Well, I can't believe you're bringing that up again. I thought that would be buried in the dead episode.
But it's funny. Then I go and I'm like, I'm going to try Cuban. I want to see what this is all about. And it was amazing. And, it was crazy. I didn't, and that's something that I would have never gone to that place to have a sandwich. I would have never, but, I tried it because some local person said this is somebody or some place that you should go and try. And it was awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I love hearing that. I love hearing that the impact that my silly little videos. And by the way, we should mention too, if you want to follow the page, don't forget at What's Good Tampa Show on Instagram or what'sgoodtampa.com.
And where do we find you?
And you can find me at Tampa Is Life on Instagram or tampaislife.com. And Sean?
We're vintage_gimmick on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep. So those are ways to get a hold of us personally. And again, before I mentioned the ways to get in contact with the show. Also, if you're interested in participating in the show, you can email us at what'sgoodtampashow@gmail.com. So hopefully, you guys get engaged with us, because that's really what we want to do here.
And listen, just people can write us anything we want. Go to this place, go to that place. Hey, have you seen this person that's influencing the way this is going on? I just think this is like a blank slate, but it's so cool because they're going to get two separate perspectives. But not only that, we're going to go anywhere and everywhere in the Tampa area. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super pumped on it. And yeah, man, I can't believe you brought up the Cuban sandwich thing again. I said there's no way he's bringing this up on another episode.
Don't worry, I'll bring up the Giants fan thing too.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, again, different perspectives.
Yeah, for sure.
How about we well, I guess we were talking about this too. We hated Tom Brady at a time mutually, because I hated that he went to the Super Bowl every year and won.
I never hated Tom Brady, more of what the team was playing against. And like I said before, you can't hate greatness. But Tom Brady, he does. He wins Super Bowls as long as he's not playing Eli Manning and the Giants.
That's right. You got that on him.
So,
you do have that on him. Well, very cool. What's the next topic we got here?
Oh, we don't have one, and that's the cool part about this, because we talked about you not wanting dead air, and I think it's awesome because I see you sweating over there. Like, what are we going to talk about now? And I'll just take the helm. But one thing I wanted to ask you, because I do enjoy your videos. It's kind of how we met through YouTube, and I watch some of your stuff. What are some of the things that you got excited about when you started that channel? Like, how did that all come about? I want to know more about that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I think like the channel didn't necessarily start because of Tampa. It started because like my need to create something. It's kind of like that artistic thing, you know. So I could probably be anywhere and I'd do the same thing, you know. But the more I did it, the more I kind of just fell in love with doing it. And when you hear those little things, like when you said someone came in and got a painting, or you hear someone tried a new spot because you mentioned it, that feels good. I got kind of addicted to that. So that was a lot of fun. It really started because of the 813 t-shirts. I made one t-shirt with 813 on it just because I thought it was cool, and I couldn't really find it like a Tampa t-shirt that I was like just really wanted into. So I made that, and then again when I made it, I just made one like on customink.com or something, and then I started wearing it around, and every time I wore it, people would ask me, "Where'd you get that shirt? Where'd you get that shirt?" And I'm like, "Oh, I made it." And they're like, "Damn, I'd like that," So
really, it just started with you kind of walking around Tampa, like, "I like this spot. Let me just do a video."
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I just started doing Instagram stories a lot, and I started doing a little differently, I guess, than like how stories is historically used. I was telling more like vlogs, I guess I would call them, or full-on videos, and so that just started to kind of take off. And then I started sending those shirts out to influencers and the mayor at the time, and people just started getting into it, and it just kind of took off from there.
Now, did you, when you started YouTubing, like, was that your idea? Is it like, obviously you have a day job, like you do stuff on this. Is this something that you enjoy where you want to kind of, in your evolution of creation, do you see yourself, going to longer videos or, getting invites to do tours on bigger places? Like, what are you looking to get out of it? Or is it just purely organic, and however the feather flows in the wind, that's where you're going to end up?
Well, it's definitely, I do it for fun, and the second it stops being fun, I'll stop doing it. But, ultimately, if I could have like my own Tampa channel where I had multiple, like I'd love to do some like mini docs, and stuff like that. So if I could have my own channel where I have, maybe like a Tampa cooking show, and then like a miniature documentary, and like all these different little elements, I would like, they kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard of Vice, like the channel Vice, like they do a great job with like mini docs and stuff, and I would love to do some stuff like that on Tampa places.
What are two things that you absolutely love and two things that you wish would change in Tampa? What are the two things that just, for you, for me, I'll start because for me, obviously weather. Yeah. And number two, it's so centrally located to so many things, whether it's Orlando, you can get to Miami decently. But like in Ybor, for instance, you're 35 minutes from everything.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would say, the one thing I would change is the traffic. It's gotten worse and worse, and 275 has been a mess, I think, since I was a child. It's never been finished. We call it Construction Junction. It's always screwed up over there. So that part, and I know that's a big thing with Mayor Jane Castor. That's like transportation is a big thing for her. So, hopefully we'll continue to see improvements in that.
Well, we can fix that too, because now that you have good content to listen to on your way when you're stuck in traffic, you have something you can turn on.
That's a good point.
Absolutely.
That is a good point.
So it's the positive and the negative. And what else do you wish you could change? Maybe is anything that comes to mind right away, or is it more like getting from point A to point B?
Give us the fucking basketball team. That's what I want. That's what I want.
They did this year. They did.
I know.
I went to a game. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Yeah, us too. And it was great. I like that the Raptors were here. I don't know what the deal is with it this season. Do you?
No, but it was crazy because you're sitting in there and it's like, we are the North. We're in the South.
Like what? But it was cool. It was fun. I like basketball, so
for sure.
I that's what I wish. I wish we could bring a basketball.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So maybe we can get that in the works. I don't really know, but.
No, that's cool. And that's the other thing, too, is, one thing I think this podcast can help do in the Tampa area, like you were saying, to have guests on and we can chat with people. It's not just like an interview kind of thing. It's more like, instead of bringing a business, in my mind, like, again, we're working this out in front of everybody, which is cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
And 10 years from now, this will still be out there. Like, what is he even talking about?
What the fuck?
Yeah, what's the but no, just learning about them. And, like, I think some of the questions, like, what do you love? What do you wish you could change? And, just bringing up things that maybe nobody would. I mean, we can't fix the traffic problem, but, if somebody says, hey, listen, I wish somebody could sweep the streets a little better on 6th Ave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, since coming back, because you were here before, right? When were you here the first time?
Like 2006 to 2012-ish.
So now that you're back in 2021, 2020, or whenever
just explosion. People.
Okay.
Not only that, it's I didn't spend too much time in Ybor. Now I'm in Ybor every single day.
Sure.
So, it's cool. Ybor was always cool to go to way back in the day, but now it seems like more of a home to me for the studio. And for me, just up and down the street, talking to everybody on the strip. Because like you were saying, we're right across from Columbia Restaurant, so we're at the start of the strip.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and Ybor, I would say, like you said, I mean, just in the last couple of years, it's transformed again. And Ybor seems to go through these ups and downs, but it's certainly up on an upswing. It seems more and more restaurants opening and more kind of becoming a trendy place to be again, which it kind of stopped for a while.
And trendy, here we go. We got the arts, we got good food, and getting away from the big box. I mean, I think that's what Tampa is, downtown Tampa and Ybor. I think that's one of the huge things. You don't come down here to go to Olive Garden.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there is an Olive Garden. I don't think there is.
I don't know, but those breadsticks are on point, I got to say. Everybody loves Olive Garden breadsticks.
Right, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a place, when you come to Ybor, or if you go to downtown South Tampa, you're going to a different experience. And,
We good? Fit that cut off
What
again?
you got, Vince?
Yeah. Can you hit record on this?
Yep.
I think it has issues.
Boy, I just don't think the camera likes me. It's just crushing me over here.
Let me know if
it's
I'm
back. It's back. We're Gucci.
You're good. If I close this, are you still back?
Yep.
You're good. I don't know if that was.
Sorry for that.
Hey, again, still working through shit here.
No, but I like it. I mean, listen, this is what it's all about, and this is going to involve. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Isn't that the part? Isn't that the point, though?
Is it? I don't. I hope so.
I think it is.
You think so?
Absolutely. Let's figure out. Like, we have no clue what we're doing.
Yeah.
Let's figure that out.
Okay. Okay.
Like in real time in front of people. Because we're going to leave here. We're going to have like a 10-second conversation.
Yeah.
Then I'll see you next week for 2 hours.
Right, sure. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
It's awesome.
That's true. Yeah, well, I mean, again, I felt we'd be a good partnership because Sean talks a lot. You'll learn that. But it's good. It keeps it going. It's a positive thing.
It does. So, back to Tampa.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is we're all things Tampa and beyond. I love the intro, by the way. Well played.
Oh, thank you.
Well done. Great voice, man. You got a radio voice.
Shout out to the guy on Fiverr.
No, but it's cool because we're going to be doing this, and even though you're from here and I've lived here before, we're going to go into situations that we never have been in. Like, we're going to go into, we're going to go into stores, we're going to go into restaurants, we're going to go into bars, we're going to check out the scene,
Yeah, I know. And again, I think one of the things that's kind of most exciting is the different perspectives and getting more and more perspectives on the channel, which will be fantastic. So, a couple other things too we should do. Again, kind of being new to the Cuban sandwich, as we heard. I want to figure this out. Maybe for next episode, blind Cuban sandwich taste test is what you're going through, and I'm gonna bring the best in Tampa. Okay. And you're gonna try them. How do you feel about that?
I could do that. Whatever. Yeah.
You're up for that?
Yeah, I'm up for that for sure.
All right, cool. But yeah.
Let's keep it going. Do you have notes over there? My notes are in my brain. I'm just going to talk them out.
Talk them out.
Yeah, I'll talk them out.
I'm going to look at my notes while you're talking out.
So let's do this. Let's say, what are some of the events in the next 2 weeks that you know about that you're going to attend in this area?
Okay. Oh, well, good segue, because I do have some things about some events going on around here I wanted to actually talk to you about. Okay. So, this weekend, for example, August 29th, I believe that's Sunday. Yep. There is a guy, his name is Rich Guzzi, and he is a hypnotist. Okay. And he's going to be at Side Splitters. Okay. From 5:30 to 10:30. And I was intrigued by this because I've thought about hypnotism My wife's thought about hypnotism. Have you ever been hypnotized?
Unless I'm hypnotized now. I don't know, man. Fitz back there was like talking some weird stuff, staring in my eyes. I could be hypnotized right now.
Well, Fitz does have something about those eyes, I will say. So you never have?
No.
Does it interest you in any way?
I've watched it. I mean, it's a show.
Do you think it's real?
Do I think it's real? I think people can get hypnotized.
Really?
Absolutely.
So, you in any way?
I wouldn't say in any way.
I could hypnotize you to think like you're a chicken or anything.
You can't. No.
Well, not me.
I'm not confident you can.
If you're a hypnotist.
I'm sure there's some hypnotists.
You think a hypnotist could make you a chicken?
No. What I'm saying is, I think some hypnotists could make people believe that he's turning people into a chicken. I'm not saying that I believe that the guy's actually making the guy a chicken.
Well, obviously he's not turning into a chicken.
Are you asking me that? Do I think a mentalist could get into somebody's brain like in a dream state and make them cluck like a chicken?
Yeah,
maybe.
That's exactly what I'm asking.
Never really thought about it though, but maybe.
Maybe.
I won't. Let's do this. I won't rule it out. Maybe.
See, I think it's
you're
all
in the hypnotist. Are you like a magician or something?
No,
is there something going on?
You're the one who brought a magician in here the other day, which I'm still carrying around his card for some reason.
Ace up your sleeve.
But. I was just curious because I've seen it like on Howard Stern where they hypnotize them and they think they're turtles and all this other stuff, and I just always think it's fake.
In college, I had a hypnotist come to the school. We had a hypnotist come to the school, and it was like an event.
Okay.
And there was and that's why I probably feel like it can be done, because there was 15, 20 people up on stage, and they do some things in the beginning to find out who can get hypnotized. Like they say, like you're holding a balloon, close your eyes, and as your arms raised, they know you're deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they kick the four off the stage that are like up there laughing drunk or whatever.
Right.
And the guy just goes to town. And here's the thing. It was weird because I knew these people, like personally.
Right.
So you're having a conversation with them, and a lot of them were saying like it felt not that you were under someone's control, but that like you were laughing so hard that you couldn't speak your own voice.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. See,
I've seen it live.
So hey, if you're looking for me Sunday night, there's a good chance I'm getting hypnotized.
So you're going up on stage saying hypnotize me?
I think I might. Don't hold me to it, everyone. But I think
Side Splitters.
Yeah,
Sunday.
Side Splitters Sunday night, 5:30 to 10:30. I might turn into a chicken.
All right. Other than you getting turned into a chicken, what else? Do you know anything else going on in Tampa?
Yeah. So I don't know if you're a gun guy, but there's the Tampa Gun Show this weekend at the fairgrounds. I'm not a gun person really, but it's a lot of people around here are in Florida.
It'll be a fun time for sure.
Yeah. So the gun shows this weekend. I knew that. I just happened to see that too when I was looking at the calendar.
That's Friday and Saturday.
That is Friday, Saturday this weekend.
I might go down there.
Yep, and then at the Florida State Fairgrounds, and then there's like a Pride Jungle thing going on at the Tampa Museum of Art. So
where is that?
It's downtown.
Okay.
Yep, it's like by Curtis Hickson, and
where's that?
It's downtown.
Walking distance?
It's downtown. It's not too far away. But I saw pictures of it and it looks cool. So it's a pride thing, but there's like these big they kind of built like this kind of glow in the dark jungle, it looks like.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's an art thing. So that's this weekend. I think it might just be.
So you're gonna go get painted in black light paint, and then you're gonna go get hypnotized and become a chicken. Man, you got a big weekend planned.
This is busy.
Pack your lunch.
This is a busy weekend for me. So the Passion Pride Jungle's on August 28th at the Museum of Art.
Okay.
And then there's also Monster Truck Fest. I don't know if anybody's into monster trucks, but that's another thing going on this weekend.
Nice.
That's kind of exciting, right?
Where's that?
That is at the Grove at Wesley Chapel. So I don't really know what that's about. I don't know if there's just like a monster trucks are going to show up and people will just look at them.
Very cool.
Know what happens?
I guess so. Yeah, if you have kids, you can bring them up, show them the big trucks for sure.
Yeah, monster trucks. Okay. Oh, how about this? Are you going to watch, and this is just kind of more of a general topic, are you going to watch do you watch boxing? Jake Paul, are you following any of this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm following it on purpose, but it finds us all, I think.
Yeah, you kind of can't help it.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
You're going to watch it? Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to watch it, too, if I'm not turned into a chicken by then.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it might be better if you're a chicken.
Yeah, I guess so.
But no, yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know if it's boxing, but I don't know. It's a kind of an expedition. They're just going to slug it out.
I guess. I mean, it's
entertainment.
It's entertainment. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like an official boxing match because neither of them are boxers. I don't know.
Well, back in the day,
they're YouTubers. One of them's a YouTuber.
Back in the day, we had real reality shows where they would get in fights. Real reality shows. Now this is the new reality show segue.
It's crazy. I will say. this will be Jake Paul's first actual fight, like against someone who can fight.
Oh, really?
I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The other guy, Ben Askren or whatever, he was just out of shape and way past his prime.
And they weren't wrestling.
No, and this guy actually I think can fight. So I think it'll be good. It'll be an entertaining one.
It's cool because he's 40, Woodley, and so it'll be cool if he puts up a good showing because it's like, hey man, ageless.
Yeah, and I think he will. Do you want to go with a choice? Who do you think?
Who do I think? I mean, I think that Woodley is going to win. I don't know if it's a knockout, but he's smaller. I think Jake Paul's way bigger than him.
Really?
I think he's like 15 pounds heavier. Something like that.
Yeah, he does look bigger. But yeah, I think I'm going with Woodley actually. Yeah, and if Jake Paul pulls it off, that finally I think he kind of deserves some credibility.
But you know what, Vegas, that's the sucker bet. I feel like they want that. Yeah. They want to heavy up on the Woodley side.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably watch that Sunday
now,
too.
Now, did they ever have fights or anything in the past few years, like here in Tampa?
Yeah, there's, there probably was one either the other weekend or something. They do them at the Hard Rock here. Then they're UFC fights mostly.
Oh,
I think they do, not UFC, but it's like
cage fighting.
Cage fighting. Yeah, different. I don't remember what the brand is, but they do the cage fighting at the hotel Hard Rock every once in a while. And I think they do boxing there too. I haven't been. I actually want to go.
That'd be cool. Where do they do it in the Hard Rock?
There's like a little,
is there like a big auditorium?
There's like a big event center back there.
Sweet.
Yeah, so they set it up back there. But yeah, I got to go to that one time. I had been to a UFC fight years ago at the arena.
Okay.
And it was fun. It was wild. It was a good time.
I've been to WWF or WWE.
Yeah.
At I believe it was at Amley.
Oh, okay.
And
right,
so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Good show.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's see. We running out?
No, we're never running out of time.
We're running cold.
So let's ask. Do you know 3 or 4 spots that you're going to go check? What are we doing next week? Let's talk about that. Let's make it up right now on the fly. Where are we going? What are we doing? What is our setup? I mean, we're going to listen to everybody tell us how horrible this is, which is great because that's going to motivate you to want to go to another place and a place. So where are we going?
Where are we going to try this weekend?
No, where are we going to go? Like, what are we going to do and try or talk about? Like, we're going to pick a spot. We're going to go somewhere. Are we going to go to the gun show? Then we're going to go to we're going to go get painted in black light at the
Passion Jungle.
The Passion Jungle, and then you're getting hypnotized?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. I think that's the plan.
That's the plan?
For now, yeah.
Right.
And maybe we can I'll talk to this hypnotist and bring him in on the show. And he can just hypnotise us right here.
Hypnotize Fitz as he's recording this stuff.
Turn him into a chicken.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you want, let's talk this out on the air. What do you want to do for... as far as visitations of places, do you want to say, hey, listen, we're going to hit the restaurants. Hey, listen, we're going to hit the bars. Hey, listen, we're going to hit the art studios. Like, what are you thinking? Let's figure it out.
Let's
not talk about it after. Everything happens right here.
You mean like where we're doing the podcast?
No. Just where are we going? Because we got to talk about something. We can't just go about our week and then be like, yo, that was work. Oh, it sucked. That was yours.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's a couple places like I've been meaning to try. I haven't got out to yet.
Can you say where?
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you want to try that you haven't tried yet?
Well, the other place I was thinking about stopping this weekend is Tnt Burger.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a burger place that they have like a COVID-19 burger and a couple other crazy looking burgers. I love burgers. It's like one of my favorite foods. So I've been eyeing it for a while, and I think we're going to go out there maybe Saturday. I'm not real sure yet. So that's one place.
Cool.
And then... I did have another place. Wicked Oak Barbecue.
Never heard of it.
That's over in Seminole Heights, and again, everybody's raving about it. It's been open for probably about a year now or so, but
gotta try it.
I gotta try it. I like barbecue, so that's another one. That's just kind of, again, a lot of people are talking about that I have yet to get to. So those are two in mind. But yeah, we can go there if you want to go there this week, and then you're saying go there this week, and then we'll talk about it on the air next week.
For sure. Yeah, the one place I want to check out, and I keep seeing it, and I got to go see it because it's so close to what I got going on here in the Gimmick is Gen X Bar.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And I see it says 80s, 90s retro everything, and I'm thinking to myself,
yeah, it is right up your alley. Yeah. I've been there before, and it's cool. I didn't have dinner there. I just had some drinks, but the drinks were good. You know.
Cool environment.
Cool environment for sure. They've got like the Nintendos up on the wall, all that cool stuff, arcades and all that. So yeah, it was a cool vibe.
I definitely got to get down there and check it out for sure.
Yeah. You know, Park and Rec kind of has a similar vibe too, as far as kind of retro gamey, and that's right down here in Channelside.
Okay.
Right across from like Sparkman Wharf.
Yeah, back when I lived here before. before there was like Howl at the Moon in Channelside. That was cool. The Dueling Piano Bar. I think they have one down here now.
Okay.
And then Splitsville. Is that still rolling?
Splitsville is in Sparkman Wharf. Yeah, it's still there. Yep. But it's been rebuilt since probably the last time you had been there.
Are you a bowler?
You know what? Yeah. I kind of like to bowl. Yeah.
Ooh, that didn't sound so.
Well, it's been a couple of years since I bowled, but my wife and I kind of for a while we were going kind of frequently bowling.
Really?
It's kind of like a thing for us to do.
Do you have your own ball?
No, I don't have my own
so you're
ball.
not quite.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't have my own ball and shoes and all that shit. But I like it. I have fun when I go.
Yeah, Splitsville's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, it was 10 years ago when I went there.
Yeah, I need to go. I need to go. I mean, I've been in there since at the Sparkman one just to get drinks, but I haven't bowled there or anything. But they only have like 2 lanes or something. So,
really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
Like maybe 3. But
one Saturday too, we have our open house 3 to 8 here.
Oh, yep, nice.
So before you get painted in blacklight.
Yeah. So what's going on? So the open house. What's your plan for that?
Well, we're gonna have some free stuff, free giveaways, free drinks. We're gonna do live art. So I'll have live art, and then I've reached out to a bunch of artists, and I'm trying to formulate like a wine tasting here, or like a mini art show, and get 6 or 7 different artists in here, because I think it's really important to spread that art around here.
Sure.
I think art is Ybor, and I think people from whether it's Orlando or up north Tampa to come down here to see the art, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm excited for you. Hopefully, get a good turnout here. I'm sure you will.
It'll be fun.
And then do you partner with some of these restaurants around here? You have your art in some of these restaurants.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, which restaurants are your art in?
Right now, I've had my art in White Lie Bar, which is an awesome bar.
Oh, I don't think I've been there.
Oh, it's awesome. Awesome. Great people. The owner's amazing. And then the Kava Bar down here, the Cradman Kava Bar, Grassroots.
Got it. Yep.
Amazing.
Okay.
All those guys are awesome. And I have a bunch of stuff in there. And there's a couple other places that we're working art in and out. Which is fun. And then like at Gasper's on Sundays, I bring up art because there's like a pop-up there for lunch. So it's usually like from 1 to 5. We have a few artists up there. It's super cool.
Do you ever hit up, like, I don't know if it's every Saturday or maybe every other Saturday or something, the farmer's market right here?
I see it, yep.
Yeah,
yep.
I just wonder.
It's just so close. If I set up there, then I'm not here.
Well, no. Yeah, I wasn't thinking set up there, but it might be a good place to just kind of walk and hand out your cards or some
it's awesome,
shit. Yeah.
It's cool over there for sure.
Yeah.
And I think it's every Saturday.
Is it every Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought so. Every Saturday, farmer's market.
And then I had art up in Casa, San Stefano. That was awesome, up in the rooftop bar, which I don't know if you've been up there, but it's amazing.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Is it still, your artwork still up there?
No, sold.
So is that
the
what
stuff
happens?
up there sold. Yeah.
You put it. Do I guess they don't pay you to put it there. You go there and you say, "Hey, I have awesome artwork for this." How does that work?
Everybody's just been awesome. I'm like, "Hey," and I've met everybody. I walk every single week. I'm meeting everybody because I just want to be a part of the community and stuff. But no, they'll say like, "Oh, your art's awesome," and or this one's really cool. They've come in here, and a couple of the managers over there were just like, "Hey, you could put it up there." And I have little tags that have Venmo and Instagrams on them, and I don't even. Somebody bought one up there a little while ago, and I'd never met the person. They just took it. They just take it.
How cool is that?
Yeah, you love something.
They just Venmo you right from the restaurant.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, and they just take it.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, good for you.
And then they maybe search me out and come in and check out what we got. But,
good for you. That's that's a great idea. How we doing?
Time to reset the cameras.
Time to reset. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How much time is it?
Right now.
Oh, now. Okay. All right. We'll do a quick reset.
Okay.
Here's a break. Cut.
And we're back on. We're back.
All right, we're back.
We are back. Thank you for participating in that short break.
Yes.
Short break. So, yeah, again, I appreciate Sean letting us use the spot for the podcast and you being open to that, and again, just kind of reiterating what this podcast is meant to do, which is again kind of show people of Tampa Bay everything that Tampa has to offer and what we're all about.
Yeah, we want to showcase Tampa, and I think the big thing too is it's a virtual tour of places, whether you've lived here forever or you're just getting here. It's a virtual tour and perspective of what we got.
Right. And that's all it is. And at the end of the day, a friend of mine said this to me when I was talking to her about the podcast and kind of expressing those same fears I was expressing earlier. She's like, half the time the podcast that I listen to, I don't really care what they're talking about. I just care about them. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I listen. She gets to know the personalities of the people And that's really why she's listening. And sure, there's crazy stories and other good things that happen throughout the show, but I think you kind of feel like eventually you're part of a community, like a group,
And we're feeling each other, and vibing to find out, kind of how we're going to tell the because I got some crazy shit I can tell you about when I moved into this place.
Yeah,
coming in here, but that's
when are we getting to that? When are we getting to that? I mean,
but that's the thing too. Is like, there's messages in the bottle. Let me just tell you, okay?
Oh
boy. So as this too, I think we're feeling a little bit intro podcast, which is great because I think people are like, okay, I want to ramble on and be like, what the fuck,
right.
And give it that one more shot. And then we can just come out swinging. Because here's the thing, like, it's wild. Like, listen, let's just say this: we love Tampa, and it's all good and great, and but it ain't always reindeer and Santa Claus. You know what I mean? It's
rainbow and sunshine.
It gets wild down here too, and it's wild fun, but it's wild.
Yeah,
and I can't. And from a perspective of moving back down here and searching for a spot, and then there it is on 6th Avenue.
Yeah.
It was something that was vacant for almost 2 years.
Wow.
And the place next door, which just got bought by San Stefano because they're gonna redo it as their like parties, like I think 50 or less people, but like for weddings and dinners and stuff.
Sure.
So, setting up, it got whizzy.
Oh, really?
Oh boy.
Oh, I can't wait to get into this.
Yeah. And but it's Ybor. Like, listen, it's. I wouldn't expect anything less from the moment I got here, so it's pretty cool.
Right, yeah.
Transformation.
So it's all about kind of sharing our experiences and our stories and all the madness that goes on here in Tampa.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Yeah, he goes. I'm talking to him the other day on Instagram, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't know what we're going to talk about, how this is going to go. And he's like, dude, I get about 5 paragraphs in a row, and the last one's just like crazy content. Wild. I'm like, what am I getting myself into?
And if you notice, too, when I speak, I text to talk, so it's always misspelled or something's wrong or it's autocorrect. So, but wild. We're getting into some stuff. And that's the thing, too. Like, part of this podcast is going to be fun, is getting you all wild out.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You're almost like, okay, like, I didn't know I want to take you for a turn that you weren't ready to go to. Like, right now, we're going down that dirt road, and you're like, this is kind of bumpy, but we haven't even gone off the road yet.
I'm afraid the next thing I'm going to know is I'm going to see Sean streaking down this railroad track down here. It's wild. This is the wild content I was talking about.
No, we'll keep our clothes on, but listen, I don't have to get streak because you come here 10 o'clock at night on a Friday night.
You get a free show. Yeah. It's a free show.
It gets whizzy down here, but we got plenty of stuff to talk about for sure.
Awesome.
Before and afters, what it was 10 years ago versus what it was now.
Yep.
But just daily basis, man. I got to invest in a what do you call those little cameras, like a body cam?
Oh yeah. You get a GoPro on him and just walk around the streets of Ybor.
Just pop it up on the TV. You can watch it and tell the story yourself. It gets just awesome.
Can you imagine that live feed? That would be awesome.
Listen, Tampa will never have a lack of stories, and it will never have a lack of testing your laughter, because sometimes you see some stuff and it's terrible to laugh at or feel, but it's wild.
It's you can't help but look away. Train wreck sometimes.
Crazy.
Awesome. All right, well, I think we're good. We're gonna wrap it up.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? So appreciate everybody listening. Again, don't forget to follow us at What's Good Tampa Show and what'sgoodtampa.com, and email us at what'sgoodtampashow@gmail.com. Any last words?
A question for you guys, maybe Fitz too.
Yeah.
So we're recording this. When are these people going to get to see this?
That's a good question.
I know we want to go live eventually.
Yeah, eventually we definitely want to take it live and be able so people can kind of engage with us while we're doing the show. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely.
I think
crazy trolls only.
Yeah, we'll have no problem getting those. I have a feeling. But yeah, I would like to get this. What is today? So just so people know, we're filming this on a Wednesday. Typically, we're gonna be moving this to Tuesdays, right? Yep. Tuesday. Yep. So, ideally, if this was out by like Thursday, I think is ideal because. We do talk a little bit, hopefully, about what's going to be happening in the weekend. Definitely. People need to make some plans, so, I would hope no later than Thursday. Maybe Thursday can be like our official
release
day.
for the new one.
Yeah, every Thursday it comes out or something. But we'll figure it out. We'll get down to a formula
for sure.
And I'm super excited. I think maybe by next show we'll have the set. Maybe
it will 100% be done next Tuesday.
Nice.
And Thursday we can pump it out at the latest.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I'm gonna segue. Listen. The next episode, I'll start the helm, and we can all just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I didn't think I did that bad.
The show. No, you did. But what I'm saying, you said the scariest part for you is lack of content.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I've learned my lesson on this first one.
Yeah.
And there will never be any segues to what are we going to talk about now.
Yeah,
It's all gravy, baby.
Again, I love the confidence here. I need it.
It's not confidence, it's life, man. I mean, if you're walking through and you don't got craziness to talk about every single day, you ain't doing enough. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm not doing enough.
But you will be.
I will be. Well, I'm excited for it. So, anyways, guys, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Be good.
Or I guess next Thursday.
Next Thursday. We'll see you next Thursday.
All right, guys.
Thank you.